Well, well, well. Good evening, lads, lasses, non-binary folk. How are we all feeling tonight? See, we have Andy as always. Oh, look. Hello, I made sure not to fall asleep this time. You know, I am not too sure if I should encourage that sort of behavior, but good job! Thank you very much for sacrificing for this stream. But yes. Hello, Tiberian, as always. Delicious. But yes. Welcome. I worked hard off stream to make sure I'm, as always, but I'm always here so late. Wow. Your enthusiasm is as always, perhaps, is a better way of putting it. As enthusiastic as always. But yes, I worked hard off stream to make sure I'd have this game squared away, and then we'll do a couple of side quests that I picked up on the way. Hey, I have a lot of time. I'm retired. I've got free time to spare. I have an advantage over you, Andy. I frankly think more old people who are retired should pick up gaming as a hobby. They'd have all the time in the world. That looks like miso soup. That drink looks awfully orange. Well, well, well. There's actually two forms of this drink, and I will show you both of them. Let me move it from one side to the other. There is a second one hidden behind the first. It looks even more orange. Frankly, that picture does not do it justice. The orange of these drinks is about the same. But for some reason in that picture it looks bright orange and the other looks dark orange. Must be the light. Though there is a difference, maybe it's because of the green. They look completely different, but to me, looking at it right now, I'm looking at it on my desk, it's the same colour as orange as the one in the smaller glass. I think it's the larger cup reflecting more light into the camera lens or something like that. Not too sure, couldn't say. But hello, Cardbox, by the way. Good to see you here. Wow, I've got two mods and one person. But yes, this drink is a favourite of mine. I've mentioned it before. Probably, you may not have remembered, but this is the Trinidad Sour. Why is it called the Trinidad Sour? Couldn't tell you. I'm pretty sure it's not from Trinidad. I'm pretty sure it's from New York. So I'm not too sure why they call it the Trinidad Sour, but this particular sour is very interesting because it is mostly made of bitters, Angostura bitters to be exact. As you see the little bottle next to it, it is 1.5 ounces of bitters. And all day doing pocket circuit. I haven't actually done any of the pocket circuit. So, you're ahead of me in that. 8 side quests for Pocket Circuit. Yes, I don't think I'm going to be doing those today. I did pick up one of them, but yes, it was made by a New York bartender. Oh, he's at the Clover Club. Fancy. When he made this cocktail. But, yes, Trinidad Sour is made of a shot and a half of bitters, Angostura bitters. Half a shot of a whiskey. The first time I made it with a bourbon. The second time with a scotch. I don't have a rye, so I haven't made that yet. Then a bit of lemon juice. And some orgeat. Some almond syrup. Sweetened almond syrup. French. Uses cognac. One I did with a lemon twist, and the other I did with mint. It was off stream. Yes, I noticed that, actually. Thank you to whoever that was. Didn't tell me who it was, so it's a mystery. The mystery person. But yes, I made this drink once. And I fell in love with it the first time I made it. And so, I wanted to make it again. So I had to pick up some more bitters, because it uses an awfully large amount of bitters compared to most drinks. Most drinks use 2 dashes of bitters. And this one uses an 1.5 ounces of bitters, so, several 1,000% more bitters. Don't think calling it the New York Sour would be exotic enough to sell it to the people of New York. The thing is, the New York Sour exists. I have a picture of one. Let me get a picture of a New York Sour. I think I have a picture of the New York Sour, huh? Yes, you've seen the New York Sour before. I believe I've had it on stream before. Yes, this is the New York Sour. And it is a whiskey sour with a bit of red wine on top. That's a bit too much red wine, actually. But that is the New York sour. So I don't want spoilers. I don't know how the stream mess, but I don't want you done. We'll do it first up. It'll just be the first mission. It'll be only one mission. There we are. So that's the New York sour. It's got a float of red wine on top. I'll get a better picture of it, actually. Let me grab a picture off the internet of a New York sour that looks a bit more proper. So you can see what the fancy people do for New York sour. What it's supposed to sort of look like. So, stream pics. And then make a new picture. Because yes, the New York sour looks slightly different to how I made it in that one. And I made a version of that, but I'm too lazy to get my phone out and move the cross. But it looks a bit like this. It's supposed to look like a bit more like this. Fancier, but it's about the same. I used egg in mine, which is also why I have a froth, but I've also made a version which doesn't have egg. But yes. Very fun, this Trinidad sour. Very strong. But it's just such a unique flavor. So, I enjoy it very much. Now let me delete this, so I don't have to deal with it anymore. But yes, other than that, how did everyone else? Anyone brought anything interesting, or drunk anything interesting in the last few days that I haven't talked about, you know? You never know, maybe you've had an interesting time. Fun or interesting while I get the game set up and situated. There's definitely a lot of red in there. Yes, definitely compared to the one I made. But that's red wine. Shiraz. I used a bit of goon Shiraz I had in the cupboard. Nothing now. Fair enough. But yes, I used a bit of goon. Anyone here know what goon is? I assume the Australians would know. But I realize I'm saying goon as if you would know what that means. Drinking Suntory -196. Ah, the Australian version of Strong Zero. No idea. Yes, of course you know, Cardbox, you're Australian. Goon is bag wine. Goon. Goon wine. It's bag wine. Let me get a picture of what it normally looks like. I'm not going to get a picture of goon hanging off a... It's box wine, or cask wines. Let's open another picture, pull it out. Yes, it's box wine. I'll just grab it. It looks very obvious when you see it. But we call it goon. And we hang it from, You know what? I'll get the picture of the goon on the... the goon sack on the clothesline to see how teenagers used to drink it back in the day. There we are, the old goon bag hanging off the clothesline, the old rotary clothesline, so you can suck on it like a baby sucking on a mother's teat. Truly. The life milk of the teenager. I once saw a couple... This is when people haven't been expecting it. I know, right? Strange thing, that. But I'm never going to tell you if it's coming back. Now you've mentioned it, it might not be at the end of the stream, or it might. Ooh, who knows? Who knows? But that is goon. It reminds me. One time, I saw a couple of Asian students, I call them Asian, but they're probably Australian, leave a bottle-o with a deep trolley, a big trolley. A trolley is a trolley, you know, like a trolley you find at a supermarket. I've forgotten what they call it. No, we don't. And usually if it's hanging from the line, you're at a party where it's going to be drunk in half a minute anyway. It's usually done at night time as well. So this would usually be hanging the rotary line when you're having a bit of a yard party, a garden party at your place. And you hang it on the line with a garden party. I call it a garden party. No use would call it garden party. But you know, a nighttime party. For some reason, the words are leaving me. Strange photo, yes, but not an uncommon sight. Truly, the clothesline with the goon bag is the teat of the party. But yes, I saw a couple of teenagers, young adults, I hope they're young adults, with a deep trolley, a Jeep, what do you bloody call them in America? Something you have a sick garden party. Yes, it doesn't sound right, does it? What the hell is a trolley? What's the American word? Not tram? No. Shopping trolleys are they? You know, shopping trolleys. Shopping carts. That's it. I saw a fellows with a deep shopping cart full of goon. So those boxed wines. Full of it. Over the top. And they were running down the street with it. They might have stolen it, frankly. But they were running away with it. Getting to their party or some such. And they also had about 8 bottles of wine. And I was just sitting there. I was already eating a kebab and I hadn't drunk that night. And these fellows were running away with probably about 40 litres of wine. Or, actually, no. Most of this goon is not wine. It's, what is it? White. It's, white. It's a wine. It's a wine-based beverage. It already has been more than 10 minutes. Oh, has it? Well, goodness, it has. But yes, goon was not called wine. It's called a wine-based beverage. Or a grape-based beverage. Or a white wine-based drink. I've forgotten what they call it these days. There's a certain phrase they use because it's legally not allowed to be called wine. Because it's clearly artificial enough that you can't call it wine. It's hilarious. It must be. It must be watered down, or there must be additive flavors that means it doesn't have enough grape in it to be called wine. So it's a sparkling drink, or a sparkling... It's very specific, and it's about how much wine is in it. Is it 60%, or 70%, or 40%? Yeah. And a lot of that goon is not. Cask... wine, Dan Murphy's. Let's go with old Dan's, eh? Let's see what Dan says. What they call it. Because some of them will say Sauvignon Blanc, or something like that. But some of them will call them fresh, dry, white. Wine-based product, that's it. Thank you, Cardbox. Me and my nieces and nephews had a really funny conversation about it, because my niece really likes white boxes. White boxed wine there's a white boxed wine she really likes that actually has it's a Sauvignon Blanc, but she once bought another brand thinking, oh, they're all wines, but she drank it and really didn't like it. Then she looked at the box and it said, dry white, or something like that. And it turned out the boxed wine she was buying was one of the few boxed wines that actually was able to call itself, Sauvignon Blanc. Actually able to call itself white wine. Because it wasn't a wine-based drink, a wine-based product. And it wasn't even a wine-based drink. It's a wine-based product. It's not even close to wine. I don't even call it a drink. It's terrifying. Franzia, I know Franzia, yes. But yes, she drank a lot of that, and she laughed when we went and looked at all of it. And there was a lot of bottles that just said, dry white, or dry red. Or sweet red, or, not all that stuff. It didn't say wine at all on the box. It was very good. I'm still recovering from Needy Streamer. Dear oh dear, it's been almost a week. Frankly, I've just chosen not to think about it, because as I should be, as all good people in my age do, we ignore the problems until they get too big. Gonna be done before with this drink before the stream even begins. I think that I like it with a bourbon better, actually, this drink. The bourbon adds a sweetness to it. A different edge. Cuts off a bit of the bitterness. Oh well. Now, let's get rid of the goon bag. Don't need that anymore. But yeah, so it's all very interesting. Procrastination at its best. Emotional procrastination. Try it now! Do you want to be a boomer or Gen Z person? Well, let me tell you, you can do it with one easy step. It's called ignoring your emotional problems. And pushing them onto your children. Fun. I can say that because I don't have any children. So I can make fun of all my sisters and brothers who did have children. And how they're unloading most of their emotional baggage onto them. I'm doing a thumbs up. You can't see it. But it's true. I have a unique position in my family of being the cool uncle who doesn't have any parental responsibilities until he does. But after that, I've been to like you call sour when you add bitters to it. Sour and bitters are discrete flavors. It's called a Trinidad sour because sour is a type of cocktail. A sour is a cocktail that usually has a base spirit, lemon, and is shaken particularly, and a sweet syrup. So you have a base spirit. In this case, it's Angostura bitters, with a bit of whiskey to add a bit more flavour to it, to cut an edge. Some rye, usually, which adds a spice to it, but I don't have any rye. I use bourbon, and I like the bourbon, and I use whiskey scotch this time. Point is, base spirit, lemon or lime, or a citrus fruit, but usually lemon or lime, and a simple syrup. That is a sour. Those three things. And then it's shaken. I have to remember this for later. But yes, that is a sour. It's that sort of thing. A base spirit, citrus fruit, simple syrup, or in this case, orgeat, which is a sweetened almond syrup, which gives it that opaque look. That's why it looks so opaque in both the pictures. Because of the orgeat. Bitters is quite dark, but it's still a liquid. Orgeat is very thick and has this very opaque look. So this very hard. It's not, you can't see through it like most of the other things. Orgeat is also slightly alcoholic, but it's got a shot of brandy. It's to keep it preserved. Almonds don't last for very long. It looks like a soup. That's what interested me first. Very opaque, yes. That's what interested me first. And the fact it had bitters in it, which is amazing to me. Also, I finally got orange bitters. I finally had the fancy free. Looks like tomato soup. Well, tomato soup, I should make I think I've got most of the parts of it. I should make myself a Bloody Mary. I recently got myself some more vodka, so I probably could make up a Bloody Mary. We're never going to get to this game. I'm going to stop talking here because I do want to do a just chatting stream this week, and this might be some good stuff to talk about. Yes. Shut up, BBC Foods. Just give me the bloody recipe. Vodka, tomato juice, lemon juice, Worcestershire sauce, Tabasco, got Tabasco, celery salt, black pepper, and celery sticks. Interesting. I'll have to make that next time. That sounds like an interesting one. Never met anyone who drinks straight tomato soup. There's a blend that spins so fast you can make hot soup in it. Oh dear. That sounds dangerous. Sounds like a fire hazard. I think I like the mint as a garnish, though. I just like mint. I'll make this with a rye and mint next time. The kinetic energy of the blade heats it. Wow. That's amazing. Goodness. How terrifying. That's a blender I want. Able to make it hot, able to, better than them no NutriBullets. It doesn't just emulsify it. It cooks it too. Throw a couple of raw eggs full of salmonella on that bloody thing and they'll be cooked right through. Make yourself some scrambled eggs in the blender. Who needs to scramble the egg when you can emulsify them? Make a bloody egg paste. Heat up some bananas and make yourself a toasty smoothie for your Christmas holidays. Well, for your Christmas holidays. It wouldn't be for my Christmas holidays. I wouldn't make anything hot then, which is really upsetting. There's a drink, a whiskey mac. I want to make a warm or room temperature whiskey mac. I think that would be wonderful during winter. Speaking of, my mead is probably not very good at this point. I have a bottle of mead I've had for months, probably before I started screaming. That's worrying, because I don't think I've done anything with it. It's a tiny bit left at the bottom of the bottle. Oh well, let me start this game up before I get too distracted. Goodness, I'm getting better at this whole talking thing, aren't I? Oh, I might have espresso martini today as well. Oh boy. It's fine. It's got alcohol in it. It's probably fine. You're gonna get deafened, by the way. I'm gonna actually pause it so you don't get deafened by the doo-doo. Or the dun. Okay, I've deafened it. Yes. Yakuza, you're very frightening, very scary, very good. Now, you won't be able to see it for a moment. I need to change the settings. So I'm going to jump to full screen, and let's get this party started, eh? People join the stream 20 minutes later and the game hasn't started. Must be Yes, they must be very confused. Or they learnt a lot about cocktails, or at least the particular cocktails I've done. Sega jump scares. Something else, are they? I'm almost out of royale, actually. I'll have to make some new one, but I don't want to make it from almonds this time. I'm going to grab some almond milk, see if we can make a better royale just from almond milk. They say it's more complicated when you use actual almonds, but it's a bit much, I think. Or I didn't strain it well enough, which is possible. Jump in, we've got... Maybe I should put up a spoiler warning. Yes, by the way, yes, it'll be... Oh dear, that picture's not done well enough. Give me a moment. That's embarrassing, I'm gonna have to change the settings again. My picture is a bit silly. It's really how you play PlayStation and Xbox, but it changes! I have no control over it, it does it itself. Oh, that's the wrong drink image. Oops, sorry. Wrong picture. Let me grab the right drink image. And paste it. Right at the top corner. And put it down below today's drink. So we're doing real estate first. I'll do it first and get it out of the way, and then you can come back soon enough. I'll throw her in the chat, or somebody can throw it in the chat when we're done, and then you can just look at the chat. Note that the blender takes 6 minutes to make food steaming hot. It worries me that it made food... Why is it always changing what it thinks this controller is? Honestly, I don't know how it chooses, because sometimes it changes halfway through while I'm playing. When I was playing it offline, it changed halfway through sessions sometimes. To Xbox controllers and PlayStation controllers, it was ridiculous. Also, I've got 21 billion yen. I used the exploit in regards to Mr. Shakedown, actually, to get most of my money. I got an exorbitantly large amount of money, and check this out. Look at me. Look at all this. Completed... I haven't completed this one. Well, you're going to watch me complete it right on real time. So what you do is you get a heap of money from the real estate game, and then you get usually 500 million will suffice. I'll never have another problem with a fight in this game with the rest of the game. So you get a heap of money, then you lose to Mr. Shakedown, and he takes all of your money. And you make sure you have the deep pockets CP thing from the shrine. And then you get the shock shotgun. I've sold all mine now, because they were taking up so much space. But I'll show you what I mean. Let me show you the shock shotgun after I finish up with this. And with enough money, you can use Michael Jackson for most of your shops, so it becomes much faster. Get a good book, read for 15 minutes, open up the thing and finish it up, open it and then keep going. It's quite good. A couple of times you have to make sure the security's good enough so you don't have to worry about going out. But Miracle is so expensive, yes. But when you have 20 or 40 or 50 billion yen, he's not that expensive. Let me show you. What was I showing you? Ah, yes, the shotgun. I have 2 of them still in the inventory. This gun, the Zap gun. If you can get one of these and be able to buy it, once you get it from the slot machine, I got it from the slot machine, luckily, and I could buy this gun over and over and over and over again. So I had a full inventory. I've got all my other stuff back now. But I used to have 4 or 5 of this. I've still got 3. I had the last 2 spaces. You know, that's 40 CP. Oh, do I? Oh, I didn't even notice. So doing all that stuff. Getting all the money. But use this shotgun specifically, and just dodge. Using rush style, you dodge with this shotgun. And it makes it very easy to take him down. Even if he has exorbitant... You have to have a lot of these, though. I started having to have 5 or 6 of these. But I had about 6 of them, I think. But you can just fill your inventory with them. I was lucky. I finished him up with a couple of punches sometimes, but essentially you keep out of his range, dodge to the side, shoot him to death, and you can just keep doing it. It's just very strong. That's what makes it special. It's just a very strong gun. That's how I did it, at least. It's just a very strong gun. Just does a lot of damage. But I'm not going to try him again. I'm not going to try Mr. Shakedown again. Point is, you can keep doing that, and because he gives you 50% more each time, you can start building up money very quickly. Because when you hit $1 billion, you get $500 million first. Yes, we're doing real estate first. I need to find where I'm going, though. Where was the real estate thing? I got challenged, and I can't remember where I'm going. Let's go back to the office. That'll tell me. But yes, I'll do real estate. But yes, you can look up the shakedown exploit. It takes a bit of time to build up speed. But, you know, once you get to the bottom right, yes. I think I need to go to my... I need to go back to the office, actually. But I finished up the Finance King, and now I'm on to the final boss. So you better... Oh, travel by taxi 15 times. Look, another CP. Yes, I'll run to my store, and it'll be... I can't tell you how I'll do it. I'll throw it in the chat at the end once I'm done with it. Or somebody can throw it in the chat at the end once we're done with it, but yeah, we'll start it up now. I'll just turn my volume for my screen chat. See you later. Yes. Thank you. I'm sorry that I'm doing this, but yeah. Look up the exploit if you want to. He's disappeared. We beat the Finance King, by the way. Read on to this. He stole our property contracts. I knew this was coming. Sorry, I know it's coming. And these are all like the kings. The Leisure King, the man with high pants so high, I'd wonder if he's all legs. He hasn't got a pair of legs, he's got a pair of trousers. Okay, billionaire's room, carrying a bunch of documents. Perhaps the only thing is carry you. And you've got Kamajiro. Yeah. We met the Finance King. He's the final boss. He's been controlling the 5 billionaires all along to get you up to speed, by the way. This is the Gambling King. The Pleasure King's disappeared. I don't know where he is. They're attacking our properties. Defeat the Finance King. The engine's to take an initiative engines. Okay. They'll save me. Let's go. It's time to take back what is ours. And also eat some food. Need to grab some food and some... Let's grab some food from here. And maybe some healing items. I probably need some healing items. Oh yes, I made friends with this girl too. Bought her a store. You know what? I'll go to a proper food store. Let's go to a proper food store. So it's down there. Let's go get some ramen, because it may be a desperate situation. No. This is the end of the real estate royale minigame. I wouldn't have done that much off stream, good god. Let's grab a Hayamazaki highball. And as much as this, it would fill my health. All of it, apparently. And a bit of buzz. I get stronger with drinking, too, now. But yes. Ah, it'll be fine. I've got some healing items. I'll have to buy some more, but I'm too lazy to run all the way to the store, so it should be down here. Yes, there's the Pleasure King. Look at this, lass, eh? Let's go and fight the minigame. Nothing else, just the minigame, not the game. Yeah. Cold, cruel man. Oh, by the way, the Finance King used to be our old friends, our old man friends. Oh, look at this place. They used to be partners in crime. Nothing more, just the money! Ah, one of these wonderful people. Love the absolutely exorbitant amount of granite in this room, eh? Don't you just love it, Tiberian? Oh dear, boys! Oh, these bastards. I've really hated these guys. They look like a pro wrestler in a party dress. Well, they certainly fought like a pro wrestler in a party dress. Scary, scary lady, the pleasure king. Oh, this is the overwhelming weight of financial power, eh? I thought that would be paying off politicians to make it difficult for me to do business. I can do that too. These guys are a bloody pain to fight. I should use a different fighting style. Oh, they broke the table! And here I was going to table this discussion, but now they can just take a seat. Looks like we're out of time. Morning, evening, what's this? Ah, morning, time. Oh, Tiberian's. Tiberian's already here. Mech, it's good to see you. You've certainly come earlier today. Wow. I wonder if their phone sync will be better if I hit them with this reception chair. I'm doing well, Ramon. Just about to finish up the real estate royale minigame. Giving these people better reception with a chair. How are you all feeling, Mech and Ramon? Here. Get you that 5G signal. Haha. Yes! Haha! Take that! Ooh. Smash in the knuckles. Wow, that was an expensive fight. I love that, that knuckle one. That's very fun. Not too shabby. Let me say, are you a fighter as well? Doing well, alright? Feeling well rested. That's wonderful. I was a bit up early this morning. I went with my nephew and nephew-in-law to do some climbing. I didn't actually do any climbing, but we went together. It was nice. I sat at the cafe, or sat next to the climbing things, and watched them exercise. Wasn't quite feeling up to climbing, but, you know, what can we do? So I'm a bit less well rested, but I made sure to drink a cocktail that would give me the energy I needed. Even though coffee doesn't give me energy, I did make an espresso martini earlier in the afternoon, about 5 o'clock. So I'm hoping that's given me the energy for the night. The hope is that it has. I made a beautiful espresso martini. I should have gotten that picture on the computer. Oh, it was the most beautiful drink I've ever made. It looked amazing. Hello, Robert. I saw your light coming. I knew you were coming, Robert. I'll have happy gaming. You have a good time too, Robert. I hope you're doing well. Get double-crossed. Not everyone can be bought. Our wonderful, long-suffering secretary. Thanks for asking, no problem. Thanks for watching and thanks for liking. Oh! She's a sting operation. Okay, that's actually quite a twist. She's a detective with the police, is she? Where is this coming from? This story is moving at a million miles an hour. Goodness. Such an able secretary. Was she? I suppose she was. Didn't have to think about it. Yeah, he's gonna have a hard time in a Japanese prison, that's for sure. Not a great place to be. Let's go. Ding! Let's all walk off into the sunset with our billions of dollars. Are we just leaving the criminal with a gun? Wow, he's a terrible shot. Yes, I've been shot multiple times in one fight. I'm glad I get to beat this man up. Considering how stupid he is, I hope I can increase. Wow, he's quite the speedy one, isn't he? Damn, I couldn't dodge the bullet. Seems... some harsher measures may be in order. Here, let's table this discussion and lead you to the bliss. Grabs gun, proceeds to start punching. Actually, you make a spectacularly good point. I just want to use this fighting style, but really the beast fighting style is probably better for this one. Wow, this guy is quite the capable fighter. Didn't need those lackeys. You're very annoying, Finance King. Come on. Yeah, that's right. And here it is! This is my favorite thing for all of this. Oh, whoa, this is new! Before he just grabbed the money and... you know, shook it in his hands. But what is this? Ah, the new fighting style, it must be. The legend fighting style. The Legend of the Dragon. Before he does this whole complete domination thing and waves money. Wow, that was very cool. How to corrupt. Power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Mm-hmm. Good, good, good. Glad I don't lose any of my employees to a government sting. Great. Main character never has problems with the government. Dragon of Dojima. That's it. Mm-hmm. Let's go back to the office. And then invest all the money I have left into... whatever the bloody hell this thing is. Kira's ultimate moveset. Wow, is it? We've got certainly a colourful cast of characters, haven't we? Combo and heat list is expensive. Expansive? Doom. President Kiryu, how may I help you today? Got the intelligent glasses on. We built this city. Did we perhaps build this city on rock and roll? That's the achievement, by the way, I got. So, what is this dragon style, eh? How do I unlock the rest of it? So what does this dragon style actually do? Investing into that style makes the game too easy. Oh, so it's like, health boosts and heat boosts and strength boosts. Interesting. Does it actually have any moves? So, is all the moves unlocked already, is it? Can I start thinking about that? I have an early start tomorrow. Oh, well. Work hard, card box. Good night. Is it over yet? We've just finished it. Well, we'll get the first... Oh, they're 10 million. Oh, goodness, they are expensive. Yes, I've enabled it. Please someone in the chat. Yes, so somebody post that it's finished? Done now, thank you. Well, I'll just throw a bit of money into it. Goodness, it's slow. I'll just throw a bit of money. I'll leave it at that. I won't do any more than this. This is the dragon style, by the way. Plot twist, there's a 4 stars. Ha! Get spoiled, nerd! I'm just going to upgrade a bit of it, and then leave it there for now. I know it can get quite powerful. I'm just going to do that, and leave it at that. So, yes, I wonder what... details. There it is. Controls. Style features. Resolute counter. Rush style stun. So it adds everything, does it? Or, much like the light that envelops all, certain abilities learned from other styles now also apply to the Dragon of Dojima style. Interesting. Oh. Well. Well. Hey, we've talked about this 4th style before, Andy. We've had this conversation. Also, where do you get those knuckles from? He always have knuckles. But where do you get them from? Are they a weapon you can equip? You think you forgot. Well, maybe you'll forget again. Interesting. Well, we're going to be Dragon of Dojima-ing everyone. Dojima, it's the different type. They are. I see. I've just not seen them before, so I was very confused when I kept seeing them in the abilities list and haven't seen them at all. Sure. It might happen. But yeah, sorry about that. It was bound to happen. Now. Is it OP? Yes. Yes, it is. Mostly because I believe you can invest into this style and its investments. It already has all its moves unlocked, and it uses all the moves from the other styles. But also when you invest in this style's skill tree, I believe it applies to all styles. And if I remember correctly, when I was doing the exploit, on the explanation of the exploit, is because they use it to upgrade this style. Because it's very expensive to upgrade this style when you unlock Limit Breaker in the Shrine. And you can upgrade Limit Breaker to the exploit until you have infinite money, and upgrade to max stats on everything until you're practically invincible. Oh, thank you. You see on this style how it has level 1? See, it has level 1? You can apparently level up that to level 999 once you have Limit Breaker. And you become exorbitantly hit everyone dead in one beat, I think. I'm not too sure how powerful it gets, but I think it's 999, or is it 99? Doesn't matter, but if it does that animation every single time you upgrade it, it must take in it. I'll die of old age before I finished upgrading it. Now, we could do side quests. There's one here. There's one here. And there's one for the pocket thing, but I think I'll do the one over here, and then I'll be done. I'll go to the main store. It says upgrade your limits to a certain style. Yes, I know there's a lot of side quests, and I don't think I'll get to them all through this playthrough, unfortunately. But, well, happens, unfortunately. But, yeah. C'est la vie. You can take down and make a shakedown in one hit. Oh, dear, can you? That's frightening. I'm gonna go eat at a restaurant, and then, where's a restaurant that I haven't eaten at before? I'll read at this restaurant. I've eaten all the recipes at this restaurant, actually. I was going around eating all the restaurant stuff. I'll do this one because I was interested in where it goes. This lady asked me to help her with a pervert, and so I thought that was interesting. But we'll go into this bar. Eat some food to fill my health up. Nom 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 nom. Salted Q tongue, eh? Basically how to beat legend difficulty is to do real estate before you even do the story. I imagine, yes. And farm Mr. Fellow with an infinite amount of stun guns. Stun shotguns. They're very powerful, I've found. So, let's go talk to the pervert before Mr. Shakedown gets to us. This is the second Mr. Shakedown in this area. Sure, let's help you later. It's a bit strange for a teenager. Onward to whatever this side quest is about. I'm gonna get jumped, aren't I? The sap guns are cheap or not? I do not know. I cannot say. Because, I'd spent a lot of time just, doing the real estate thing, and so I bought a heap of them, and then I bought a couple of them. You only need a few of them first. To start with, because he's not that strong to begin with, but he gets stronger and stronger as you get beaten. When he beats you, and then you beat him, he gets stronger. So you need more. I only needed 2 to begin with. And you get one, you have to get one first. I think. I was just lucky. I had to get one, and then I had one, and then I bought another one. Didn't think they were that expensive. Sketchy young woman, I wasn't reading. Was it? Oh. Was a bit sketchy. That she didn't just call the police.
Nani?
Oh. All that investment into the legend stuff. Oh, nope. Man with an iron pipe. Is that the girl with the dragon tattoo? Oh, the but's arrived. Vom today. Wow, it made a word. Amazing. It's learning to speak. It made a word. Right. That's so. Tiberian! Let's try out the style, eh? And please, eat some teeth. Wow, I feel powerful. I think I may have made the game a bit too easy at this point. Ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. He was looking kinda dumb with a finger in his thumb through... Finger is thumb on in a shape as an L on his forehead. And I punched him like that. Isn't it like that? You just like jumping people and stealing their money? Frightening people? Is it control? Do you have daddy issues? It's always the menacing men who are the easiest to beat. Yes, I know, right?
Nani?
I see. Not a fan of the Yakuza? Oh, the dramatic music started. It's time for him to tell his life story to us. Oh, right next to the empty lot. Oh, try and grab the heat. You also have a long-distance heat move. Oh, long-distance heat move, eh? 16-year-old? Goodness! What is with the ages of these people? So many times, so. What is it? It makes me sad every time. The forlorn piano with the slight echo to it. As the winter comes, I wish to see her face again, but I know I never will. The snow piles high, and it freezes an already frozen heart. The permafrost will never lift from my soul. Like that bit of poetry, though?
Huh? Yeah.
Now I need somebody to draw a picture of me sitting on the front of a house veranda in the snow, looking out, forlorn, with a glass of some strong whiskey, some nostalgic whiskey, which I have to talk about. I don't think I'll talk about it today. I'll talk about it on Wednesday, when we do the free talk. But remind me to talk about liquid memory. The drink that I think is liquid memories. Shinji Takada. I quite like it, actually. I like this theme. The Japanese have a way with these sort of forlorn piano themes. The Final Fantasy games are a great show of that. Final Fantasy, all the Final Fantasies from 6 to 10 have these wonderful piano versions that are just so emotional. Really hit you right in the heartstrings. As they play, the piano they play is made of your heartstrings, frankly. Yep, Yakuza a shark, smelled blood in the water, took everything. Wow, Kiryu. Not even trying to help. Oh, goodness. This fellow's got a taste of blood, it seems. Let me guess. This side quest takes forever, does it? Well, then maybe we won't do it. I'm assuming he's going to get jumped, but if we do the next quest, it'll jump to Majima, I would assume. Oh. He's in the park. May as well jump into the park. Let's test my strength a bit, actually. Come on, mates. The dragon is going to destroy. There it is. Ooh! That's very cool. Some heel strikes, eh? Very fun. Heel strikes are a very interesting thing. I've actually been trained once to do heel strikes. Switch your gear for fights. Oh. Oh yes, I've got the encounter thing on, don't I? I was using that to farm what's his name. You get the encounter thing, and you farm him with it. Because you can see him then, and you can just run straight to him. Mr. Shakedown, yes. You farm Mr. Shakedown with it. So you can see him on the radar, and you can just sprint straight to him. It's very useful. Now, where is this fella being jumped for? Oh, wait, why was it here? Poor guy gets bullied. I see. Where is he? Ah, Shiba Inu. Very nice. It's like you're Mr. Shakedown, not him. Well, I still have a hard time with Mr. Shake. Without that shotgun, I would have a hard time with Mr. Shakedown. He's a bloody pain. Even with the shotgun, I had to fail a few times and had to reload the game. Wasn't perfect every time, but I was able to do it, and then it would be about a doing that would be about a cycle of the real estate, so I could just do it again. Very useful. It's quite quick. Why was there a mission thing here? He's not here. Right here. Doesn't appear to be anything here, at least. Am I missing something? I've ever seen you see right, and you're the opposite. Yes! That's the thing with that sort of stuff. If it doesn't show a direct change, I don't really think about it. Oh! It wasn't loaded in yet. I was supposed to come in and out. I see. Is that so? Bearded Yakuza. Goodness, I had more beard hair when I was a 12-year-old boy. If you call that bearded, I don't know what you'd think. If he's bearded, I'm a bloody werewolf. Oh. Bearded, yes. If he is bearded, then I'm a bloody werewolf. I've been babies with more beard hair than this fella. As much as a bearded dragon does. Very good. Oi! Crunch! I love the music while you're... Oh, I can throw him like jujitsu. Very interesting. Oh. Whoa! What a wrestling move. Look, it's gonna rain all day today. Meaning actually rain or rain cash. Make it rain, eh? Or is it actual rain where you are? What's rain? Coming from a Californian. I could say the same thing when I used to live in the rural New South Wales, West New South Wales in the desert. Yeah, mate. Actual rain. Oh, fair enough. It's not raining that dough. Wow, look at these suits. Certainly arrangement of patterns. I almost thought it was the fabric section of Spotlight. There were so many different patterns. You think it will 100% the games? Perhaps. It's quite fun, actually. Depends how much free time I've got. I don't play much games outside of Scream. I specifically set away some time to do this. I'll do the same for the Majima minigame too. So perhaps. Depends how much time gets absorbed by playing Elden Ring when it comes out. It's been raining ever since? Oh. It's winter over there. Does it usually rain during winter? For me, summer is when it rains the most. It's miserable during winter, but it doesn't really rain that much. Got 91 hours on my save. Well, I don't think I have that many hours. I was quite efficient. I'm very good at setting up an efficient system. So, it didn't take me that many hours. It only took 3 days worth of hours. Super hot even though it was winter. Winter is pretty dry in Florida unless a cold front comes through. Yes, that's usually how it is. Same in Queensland. Florida is quite close to the equator or the tropics, isn't it? I think we're in the close to the tropics of Capricorn where I am. Time for another fight! Oh, don't look so happy, mate. You look like one of those smiling Buddhas. Though I suppose your head is full of worldly desires. Hey, nice. Yeah, that's the pot calling the kettle black, eh? As a subtropical, the South South is the keys to the tropics. Long rest with these long builders to fight and they destroy them since just so OP. These dudes are surviving better than I expected. Oh, he does the drop kick, my favorite. I quite like this style, actually. Tick to the nethers. Another declaration of war against Mart Groot or whatever his name is. Take that, the Netherlands. No one's going to save. Freakishly tough. Never does pound sense into them, does it? And there's this music. The kind of hopeful but sad music. Kind of a happy music as you realize, kind of music that would play after having a nice conversation with a estranged family member over tea. And you leave both feeling quite positive, but bittersweet about the years you've left behind. But imagine this song playing with the monotony of normal life. Day at a cafe, a cup of tea in the afternoon. Speaking of tea, I've picked up a lot. Well, you'll see it on the Wednesday stream. I've picked up a fair bit of tea, actually. A few interesting teas, too. I want a tea, too. You have to look up how to beat it. It gets insanely RNG-based near the end. Oh, I see. I'm definitely not doing that bloody game. Ouch. There, look at old Kiryu. For a 24-year-old, four-year-old man, he certainly looks like he's about twice his age, doesn't he? Shintaro Kazuma, captain of the Dojima family.
Nani?
Isn't this nice? Thought Kiryu was 20. I thought he was 23 or 24. I remember that number for some reason, so perhaps I remember incorrectly. Sorry, I didn't have my window closed and I had the bloody air conditioning on. Actually reminds me of a few hymns from back in the day, this sort of melody. But that repetition doesn't always so hymn, but the most of it could be quite hymny, actually. A shining example. It's time to do some bloody story time, isn't it? I swear I'll do story for more than one mission. He said he was 20. Ha! He might have been lying. It is the telephone club. I think I'm fine. I think I can handle anything the game throws at me. Let's go! Into Little China. Actually, I probably should save it before I go into Little China, shouldn't I? What's the nearest save point? About halfway through. Oh yes, I did all the training missions. Just looked up, he's 20. Oh, I thought he was 24. Maybe Margin was 24, and I've gotten confused. There are other side quests, but I'm not going to do them. They're usually very funny, but I just want to get on with the story, you know? Little China, that's what it's called, right? That's what they call it. Little China. Did I call it something else? Little Asia. Did I call it Little Asia? Oh, it's Little Asia, not Little China. It's Little Asia, not Little China. Sorry. Little Ada, eh? Let's go. There is unfinished business, but it's fine. I've done most of it. I've done the actual business. The actual real estate business. And I think I'll do all of the side quest for Majima. I hate myself sometimes. Oh dear, don't worry about it. I was just poking a bit of fun, Andy. It's better than me saying Andy Brandy every time. So, mate, don't you worry. I screw it up all the time. I keep screwing up phrases. It's an approach for trusting Odin with your manners. I don't know how you get it, but I think it's here. Is it now? Well, somebody say Brandy? Oh, hello. Well, I kept calling Andy here Andy Brandy, but that's because I drink a lot. I do have a tiny little bottle of St. Agnes brandy, though. I can't give it to you, but it's there. And it's actually in the drink you see in the top right of the corner, Alan. Has orgeat in it, which has brandy in it. Orgeat is an almond syrup, which has brandy in it to preserve it. So, I did say brandy earlier in this stream. And hello, Alan. It's good to see a new name. How are you doing? You joined us in the middle of actually doing some story for once. Very good. I really should put the name of the drink under it, shouldn't I? That seems like a bit much effort. People can just ask me what it's called. That'll be a bit less effort then. Bit old to be spending that sort of effort for you guys. Oh, I finished my drink. One last sip. Cheers to this very fun drink. Oh, we're back to 30 frames per second. Yes, I remember that. I was like, ooh, the plot thickens to a good soup. A good stew. Thickened to a good stew. No, my drink. It's all done, mate. Now it's time to drink some water. Because a good man who drinks always drinks water. As much as he drinks alcohol. Ah, delicious, life-giving liquid. Water. Oh dear. その殻の一坪の所有者は牧村誠という人物です。Ooh, what a frightening revelation, even though I guessed this 1,000 miles away. Unfortunately. The big reveal. I'm glad you're very proud of your self-achievement. But apologies, I kind of guessed it. Ooh, first 15 times a 17th century violin. Are they talking about, what are they called? It's a very expensive variation of a violin. It's on the tip of my tongue. S something. Stradivarius. You see, my sister is a luthier. And she's dealt with a few very expensive violins. Anticlimactic chapter. Yes, it was, wasn't it? The problem is they set it up too well, so you already saw it coming. Yes, Stradivarius is it. That chapter profit, $20 billion. I thought it was higher than that.
リーはかつて大陸系組織に雇われる殺し屋でもあった。誠を守ろうとする二人の前に現れた。
Yep, Mr. Touchy-feely here. Cupping more feels than a particularly enthusiastic stop-and-search officer. Good God. And we got the weasel. Or if you're Japanese, the tanuki, I suppose. The fellow gets his chest torn open by a... Why have they shown that scene specifically? Wow. I think the youth these days need something to keep them interested. Oh yes, this fellow. Is this our ally that the Yomi Alliance is talking about? Who knows? We'll find out, I'm sure. On this episode of Yakuza Ball Z. And this exciting new episode. I'm gonna have to expect you, my lady. Oh dear. That sounds like a slightly frightening 15th century night. Yakuza Ball. Rude. I like to be the butt of many things, but not the butt of a rifle. Or a butt of a pistol, I suppose. And off he goes. Oh, don't get so angry. And there goes Majima. That's why you're supposed to temper your fists, mate. Why does Sagawa live? Why? Yes, I know, right? Why don't I believe you? I just don't believe you. There's just something about your ratty little face that I can't seem to trust. No, the classic story about the animal you inevitably killed, didn't it? Oh.
確か名前は豆太郎だったかな。動物なんか興味もなかったくせに毎日餌やったりして。可愛かったな。
How was this story going to end? How was it?
親に嘘ついたのがまずかった。ある日。家に帰ったら飼い猫の餌にされてたよ。
How fun!
生きたまま猫に食われる豆太郎
Imagine me for this whole game, yes. Goodness, sounds like you had bad parents. Not that Majim is a bad person for doing it. Indeed. Let me guess you killed them. Nope. What? You're supposed to hide it. There it is. I was expecting something like that. Fun, isn't it? And 1, 2, 3, down. Ah, shame. I don't know. Sometimes they just choose the strangest things not to go through. Did you call them an idiot? Or a fool? Or a bastard? All of those things would have probably stopped you from getting from the top chart. I don't know why it does that,
あ
but
の
oh well.
牧村誠を盗んでいった泥棒猫を始末しねえとな。
Tidy. I love the appreciate his suit at least. Who was that, by the way? Seems his Omi alliance is not much of an alliance, is it? Oh, he untied me.
あの泥棒猫、そう。
知らんわあんなやつ。なんでどいつもこいつもあの女のことを狙ったんのや。あいつは
知りたい。教えたくても教えらんないな。
Goodness, somebody's very good at running an organization, aren't they?
は
真島を使って牧村誠という人間を
Oh, specifically use Majima, eh?
俺が兄弟から聞いてる話は。
兄弟。そしたら
This Mac will go bad like 29 times. Indeed.
今の親父からの命令なんか。
そう。だからこそお前を登場界に戻してやれるチャンスなんだよ。
Whoops.
なんで親父は
Shame that.
俺にやらせようとしたんや。
さあな。それは俺にもわかんねえ。と
Hmm.
にかく白スーツの
Tough fella, this Majima, eh?
本当に心当たりないんだな。
As terrifying as the Hanyo on his back, I suppose.
ああ。せやけど気になることはある。奴は女を奪って生きよったが、殺そうとしてるようには見えへんかった。それは西谷も同じや。
ん西谷ってグランドで暴れて
Mr. Suit reminds me of Kiryu. Oh, I suppose he looks quite similar in a way.
西谷はあの時別の死体を用意した代わりに牧村誠を渡せ言うてきた。
Oh yes, I forgot he did that, didn't he? What a good friend.
あの子を殺すつもりやったらそないめんどくさいことはせんやろ。
西谷が別の死体を用意。おかしいな。初耳だな。
Yes, that is how that thing works. It would be strange if you did hear of it.
の男が同じ目的ってことは分かった。ってことは奴ら来るかもしれないな。
あり得る話や。
どっかで拾ってきたものを泥棒猫に仕立てたってわけか。
A Nishitani special.
確かに西谷らしい手口だな。
Goodness, Nishitani special. Is that some sort of wonderful dish that involves fugu and poison
そうなりゃ西谷を
and a
叩いて
copious amount of sexual harassment? Is Kuze still alive though? Haven't heard him from him in a while.
留置所か
I think he's still alive.
いや、
Remember, we got the clan to stop messing with us, so all of them are alive. And we don't kill anyone. Kiryu doesn't kill anyone, he just severely harms them.
もう分かっとるん。あの女の価値を。
はあ。そしたら組員からたどれ。
Oh, it's time to go bite up,
人
beat up some.
真島ちゃんさ、西谷のこと以外に俺に隠し事ないよね。
I don't think so. Did we hide anything? I can't remember.
あらへん。
はあ。
殺す。言いたいんやろ。
分かってきたね、真島ちゃん。
Fun. Gotta love how he just, you know, beat me into a bloody pulp and then he's just letting me walk out, I guess. So let's make Kuze literally half the bosses in the game. Genius! Well, you know, he's certainly got a lot of energy to bring to... I like the energy he brings, you know? He's got a lot of energy to bring to the game, eh? What do you want? You ready to be distracted by side quests? I sure am. Now, I'll make a save point just here. And if I run across a side quest while I'm running, I get a side quest. If I don't, I don't. That or they hate Kuze for no reason. Suppose in a way they do hate Kuze for no reason. I should go to Mr. Moneybags and acquire all the money that I sent over. because I think I'll do the whole of this minigame off-screen. I'll do it all. I won't even let you guys see any of it. You don't need to see it. You can look it up. It's not very entertaining. Money bags! Give me money! Nice. I'll invest once I have a bit more money. What the bloody hell is that? Oh, it's a durability kit. When did I get that? And why do I have so many of those? Stamina royales. Oh yes, I did that part, didn't I? Well, let's upgrade all my abilities. Let's be the boring part and quickly upgrade all my the abilities I can access right now. I can't really access all that much, can I? And it's so much more work, is it? Well, I'll just have to keep doing it then. 15 million is still a bit much for me. Let's do the 15 million of all the styles. Actually, you know what style should I do first? Is Slugger, because it's the most powerful style. I'm so poor. Yeah, I feel stripped. I feel naked without my money. Oh dear. Without my money to warm me at night, how shall I ever live? I'm as naked as the day I was born. Oh. Well, I won't be playing it until Thursday next week. This game till Thursday next week, so I'll have plenty of time to spend a lot of money. My money blanket is gone. I'm so cold. Oh, I'm cold. Da, 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 da. Now, which one has the most health available? Majboris has a very large amount of health already, actually, so maybe I'll just leave it around. Where's the master's styles for each of these? Oh, that's right, I did that for each of them. I'll just throw a bit more into this, so I can get the training. Are you meant to be still training? Oh, sorry. I thought I had pressed the button. It's button. By the way, I'm so old, my expressions are controlled by buttons. I have to press them. And you can't farm this fellow. It's much harder to farm this fellow, actually. You still can do it, but it's much slower because he doesn't give you... Majima doesn't have deep pockets. So you can't actually farm Mr. Shakedown as much. It's a shame, isn't it? Let's go! Oh dear, run! Okay, that's right, you have to run into him to actually get got. Yeah, it seems I'm not going to get hit by any side quests on the way here. Wonderful! Oh, you weak boy, Majima. Come on. Let's bust some heads! Let's go! A ghost who's really excited. Halfway through that sentence, I died and turned into a spirit and started haunting the stream instead, which is why I was like, whoa!
Huh?
俺んとこからあの子を盗んだ男。ありゃ、西谷の仲間やろ。
何のことやらさっぱりわからんな。せやけど、たとえ知っとってもお前に教えるはずないやろ。
I'm a ghost. Should make myself see through.
何様やねん、メチキクみたいにフラッと入ってきよって。わしら極道やで。なめんのも大概に。
そら拳で引けっちゅう。
Respect?
お前らもう何遍も俺に負けとんねん。あの子の居場所知っとんのか知らんのか。
Hmm.
どっちやねん。
Well, mates.
でも知らんでも生きて返さへんではあれ。
I'm going to use that expensive pot behind you to show you really should have stuck with marijuana instead of the drugs you're taking.
これひんやっちゃなね
Oh boy, 3 a.m. I'll take care of yourself. Make sure you do sleep. If you've got something to do tomorrow, make sure you sleep. Oh, they're all knived up, are they? We're taking out that gunman first. Hit him for 6. Now they're all gonna take a seat and relax. And lounge about a bit. It'd be nice for them. There you go, he's lounging out. And should have bent the knee. Haha. Up and down. That man doesn't use a gun. It's a fair fight now. Nice hit. Speaking of Batman, my nephew actually was doing something called a bat hold or something like that when he was climbing this morning. It's where you like hook your feet up and hang upside down and use that to grab another hold. It's very interesting for climbing.
お望み通り拳で聞いてるぜ。
ほんまに知らんのや。
ほんまか？
Yes, I did. I have gotten a couple of times actually.
ほんまや。わしら今までずっとあんたがあの女を持っとると思う。
It's very funny. I didn't realize it counted, but it does.
せやったら俺からあの子を奪っていった男は誰や？
親父の仲間やったとして、 俺らは知らんのや。
Interesting.
親父は俺らに何も教えてくれへんのや。女のこともさらう目的も。
This plot is so thick and dense, it's become a black hole. It's like a singularity of plot devices.
西谷は札にしょっぴかれて留置所やろが。
せやったらあんたも留置場に入ったらええんや。
And I'm gonna hate 100%ing this game, since some achievements you need to get all the gears and all the weapons. Fun. That's what you get for being a completionist. I don't have enough time left in my life to act like that, frankly. The only thing I'll complete is a series and a book. Games take you just a bit too much time. Because you can't speed them up a lot of the time, and also I'm terrible at multiplayer things.
待て、ふざけたへんて。
Milliken, son,
ビ
eh?
リケンさんに頼んだらええねん。
ビリケン？
そうや、ビリケンさんちゅう刑事や。
賄賂でも。
それはビリケンさん次第や。
Mm-hmm.
誰でもいつもビシャモン橋のところにおる。
Bishamon Bridge, eh? It's a weird place for a police officer to hang out, but oh well.
よし、その言葉信じたろ。
How magnanimous of you, Kiryu. Majima. How magnanimous.
西谷がなんでお前ら組員にな。脅されて口悪いような組員やからや。口の軽いヤクザやすか。
Didn't you just do that? With old mate Sagawa? What? You too. Get out of my way. I'd sit. You too. It's interesting that I've not run across any side quests. How much CP you got? 30, mate. Got an all round 30. You want me to run down to the temple, do you? Spend a bit of the CP. You know, sometimes they just ignore the money. It's very annoying. But how could you ignore the money? I know, right? And here I thought all they cared about was money. Now they care about their nethers at least. Actually, let's go with the bat, eh? Ow. One down and one to go. 0 to go now. Oh wait, no, there's one more. Goodness more. Cheeky sod. Thought he was all that, did he? Misguided. Just grabbing some food to heal up my health. Just grab a cup of ramen. I'd go with something salty like ramen right now. I have had enough inebriating drinks to want salt now. Why is he always in my way? Yeah. Bastard! Where's the temple? There it is. Hello, clown man. Gotta go fast, gotta go fast. That bottomless stomach one's quite nice. Socks of Fortune. A golden shotgun, limit breaker, god of war. You know what I'm gonna do? Casting call. Because there's nothing to do but have more people work for my cup sunshine, eh? Ooh, a gold one. I'd like having more gold hostesses. The last casting call. Hello, lady. Yes, I forgot to say it that time, did I? I don't know. Hello, lady. You young lass. Why are you only silver? And I'm not going to bother with the club change. Socks of Fortune. Got 24 left. So I could go with this, probably. I think I'll go with this. First through this. Don't you worry, Andy Brandy, I am far ahead of you. You thought I was... Your comment came, but I was already far, far ahead of you. When you were looking forward, I was already 10 miles in the distance. I was gone. Power walking with all my old man might. Hello, suspicious still. Oh, he had a bird in his head. Socks of Fortune is the gear that gives you money when you walk. Ah. How wonderfully belligerent looking. It could be said, yes. That's a fair point. Honesty is the best policy, I suppose. Oh, a drinking party. I can handle that. Oh, very nice. How romantic.
屋形船お座敷遊びでもするんか
Very romantic, eh?
西谷に繋いでほしいんやろ
Romantic indeed. It's time to go on a date, I suppose. Ooh, it's back to 30 FPS. Love is in the air. At half the speed it was before.
真面目な言うたなお前西谷のなんや
Hello.
言うたやろ敵やって
Can't pronounce your name, but it's good to see you again.
とんのか
You've been here before, haven't you? How are you doing?
敵にもいろいろあるやろ
いろいろ
Yo
ほ
yo.
んまに殺したいと思う敵もあれば立場が違えばダチになれた敵もあるやろ
西谷とは会うたばかりやあいつのことはよう知らんあんたは奴を古くから知っとるんか
古いもなんもあいつがガキン
Ilyas is my name. Ilyas. It's good to see you.
西谷はどんなガキやったんや
We're here
赤ちゃんでな
with this old man who knew our strange fellow who had a fan of being touchy-feely.
厚揚げ中学生で車嵐そんなガキやったな
Oh, one of those natural-born criminals,
そ
eh?
の通りやな
Gotta love those fellas, eh?
調子で言ったら高校の時には強盗でもやっとったんちゃうか
No, would you...
調査して殺したんだ
Wow, that's a jump from shakedowns.
高校の時やったな
Goodness.
えらい飛び級やな
Ah, glad we share the same opinion, Mojima.
デカのあんたがなんでそないなやつの窓口なんかしとるんや
What in God's good name is this? Good God! We've come across a Bond villain, we
おい
have.
どないなっとるんや
Wow!
遊びに付き合い言うたやろ
What kind of bloody Bond villain bastardry is this?
どこへ行くんや
サンズの川底や
Oh, this is ridiculous.
川底
Oh, wow. Fun. Is that a reference to that one in Osaka that... Wow. Wow. Oh, is it as ridiculous as any Bond villain thing is? Oh my goodness.
なんやこれ
何の目的
Some spy movie shenanigans, yes.
わしが改造したんや
You made a few changes, eh?
連中そそのかして作ら
If
せ
this is a few changes, good God.
好きな名前はあらへんが知ってる人間はここをサンズの川底って呼んどる
縁起でもない名
Me changing the color of my wallpaper is a few changes.
なんて言うても
This is some ridiculous bastardry, frankly.
罪人の処分場なんやからな
Ready for a new minigame for you to suffer in? Oh, wonderful. A bare knuckles boxing ring, eh? How in God's good name have we not come across this before? Oh, very old style. Very old style. There's so many people here, you'd think we'd come across this before. And also, you know, frankly, somehow I'm missing the
世の中には法で
scantily clad women.
5万とおる
At least I didn't have to take part in those
立
ones.
件できんかった殺人鬼政治の都合で公にできんテロリスト
Where the heck did all these people come from?
そんなやつ
My words exactly, right? Good God.
なんで殴り合っとるんや
Money, I would assume. Oh, so they're trapped down here, are they? Is the audience trapped down here too? Is this some sort of death game sort of thing? Oh, goodness, excuse me. There's no way they all came from the boat. I bloody hope not. But if it's a World War II bunker tunnel, then maybe there's some other access. And also, how does he keep the seal on that elevator? It was a glass box, I would assume, but the 80s wasn't really known for its... well... wow, the logistics of that is something else. He'd have to have an airlock in his secret Bond villain tunnel. Bloody hell, Billiken, I should have known from your name. Next I'll be seeing a man who's played by Roger Moore going, Bond, James Bond, asking for a martini that's shaken, not stirred. Is it now? Imagine if they did all come from the boat. There was about 1,800 of them, all just stuffed into that tiny boat. They always say that, but is that true? Yeah, they've said that in so many stories, but I've never seen an example of it. I've seen examples of people playing for things stupidly, basically a fight for money. Fair enough. Need some fresh blood, do you? Oh, wonderful. He makes a good bloody point. Mad as a cut bloody snake. Word, so much word here. Yes, I assume I get to bring my drinks. This is certainly not a twist I was expecting. I wouldn't have seen this from a mile away. Who would have, though? Good God. Our very own cannibal clown. He ate all the evidence. Ginger Chapman. What a fun guy. Or a cheery clown, I suppose. Bloody Melodies. Hello, Sir Human-Sized Chucky. Make a good point, he does sort of look like that horrid little doll, does he? Love his green eyes, though. Very piercing. Ooh, I wish I could roll my arse like that. Never could roll my arse. It's been a great embarrassment my whole life. Can't believe I've outed myself like this. It's a big fella. Oh, there's his knife. Old Ginger Chapman. And here I thought it would be Charlie. And up. Doom, batter up. And a home run. Oh, it dodged it. That's embarrassing. Hit, you do. Did he just bite my face? You want a piece of me? Well, yes, clearly, he does want a piece of me, but... I don't know why I changed that style. It's not what I was meaning to do. He's a dancy little bastard, ain't he? Flighty little prick. He's just not very strong, is he? I'm really annoyed that I fall down from a knife wound so easily. And it's just the last knife move. It doesn't actually matter which knife move it is. Cheeky sod. You can use the zap gun. Oh yes, I forgot I had items equipped, didn't I? Good old Majima! What an upset! Honestly, a doctor who's an angel of death doctor does not sound... Why was that man's head see-through? Did we just see a ghost of fighters past who was decapitated and so his head's floating apart? Did you all see that? I wasn't crazy, right? It was a man with half a head. Also, yes, Dr. Kirihito doesn't sound... Except those knuckles or something else. Good God. It's Casper, the not-so-friendly ghost. Now it was Jasper, the train station goblin ghost that shanked 6 men before he was eventually shanked in return. All for a pack of ciggies. Take that, Dr. Kirihito. Take those bloody claws somewhere else, eh? All right. And yes, that's what I call bending the knee. Oh, spooky. And one more kick. No. Well, let's just... Oh, I do hate that dodge all those things. Ooh, clever job. Shame that you clearly suck at grabbing. And crunch. Down he goes. Like a sack of potatoes on a Wednesday.
Ends up winner, Goro Majima. この強さはまさかの展開に会場は興奮のるつ。しかし謎のルーキーの快進撃。
Oh, well, now. Who is our next fighter? Is it Jason from the horror movies? Is it Jason? Oh, nope. Oh, world champion of accidental invite deaths. Death Puncher. Fun guy. I'm not talking about what appears to be fungus growing out of his head because he clearly doesn't have a brain in there. It's literally Mike Tyson. Wow. Is it? Dramatic. Dead Puncher. That sounds more like he punches corpses, which is far less impressive, honestly. I can punch a corpse. Hell, a tiny child could punch a corpse. It's the Death Puncher, I'd say, not the Dead Puncher. Sounds like a terrible necromancer. Maybe he punches zombies. Yes. But isn't it funnier to imagine he's gotten this name and now it just sounds like he punches the corpses, goes and beats up somebody's grandmother in a grave. Take that, Marjorie! That'll take you for cheating me out of the poker chips and 20 years ago. I mean, Kiryo's punched zombies before. Those were extras. And also really unfortunate people. Oh, I hit him for a home run. And gonna have to taste my wonderful shoes. Gucci. Oh, he's got a similar fighting style to the legend style of Majima. And 1, 2, 3. Ow. Ow. I want to give him a good end. No. There it is. Nice finish there. Clean. Now give me my bloody visitation rights, prick. Imagine if that's how you had to visit your family members in prison. I want to meet my dear old pa after he murdered that man. I want to see if he's changed his heart. Well, you have to fight 5 of the most powerful criminals, and only then do you get a ticket that maybe will give you a chance to see your father. Or maybe you'll just see a random criminal dressed up as your father. Didn't even lose the cigarettes. Not another 5! I had to fight 5 of the worst criminals last week. Good God.
俺は嫌やな。そないなことより言われた通り参照したいんや。分かっとる。
Fair is fair. Is it? Is it fair? You don't seem like the sort of person who plays fair. But I suppose we'll find out if we can trust this large, portly man as much as we can throw him. Him and his James Bond lair.
しかし、汚い川の底に汚いもんがいろいろ隠してくれとんや。ああ?
Like all the corpses are there.
みんなが見てない現実を。
Hmm.
昔この川に女子高生の死体が上がってな。かわいそうに。川。外車は片親でな。親父さんが男で一つで育てた大切な一人娘やった。
Is this story about you?
せやけど必死の捜査も難しく。むごい話やな。1年かかってようやく犯人を突き止めたが、親父さんは一層どん底に。なんで犯人は未成年の。
No court, no hard time. Out of juvie. Yes.
それを見た親父さんの気持ち、お前はわかるか?
Oh, did you kill him?
耐えられんの。ぶち殺したくなるやろな。せやな。で、そのガキはめった刺しにされて殺されたんや。
Fair enough.
親父さんが。じゃあ、殺したの
Ha!
当時高校生やった西谷。
Was it Nishitani's girlfriend?
西谷が。
Maybe he has a heart after all.
西谷は物心。
And he isn't just trying to feel out others' hearts to try and replicate them. That could explain why he was copping such a feel.
知っとったやろな。下道に生まれついた人間には下道にしか。
You know, the noble monster, eh? The noble monster.
王道を生きる人々を支えとる。高校生の西谷にそれを教えられた親父さんは、それから三途の川底を作り。
I told you it was about him. He will always talk like that. Oh, it's about my friend. It's about my uncle, about my brother, about my acquaintance.
さあ、行くで。
Interesting. Let's go meet Nishitani. Hey. Maybe somebody can bloody tell me why this girl's so important. Well, at least tell Majima. I know why the girl's so important. Still don't know how she managed to come into possession of that property, though. I am. You betcha. You betcha, you old bastard. Frames per second. It's serious business now, mate. Ooh, look at those shiny shoes. Wow. She probably inherited it. Yes, just funny, the coincidence, you know? That he had her in her hands before. But he slipped out of her grasp, didn't know how important she was. It's like having a winning lottery ticket and throwing it away before the lottery comes through. Granted, you didn't know when the lottery was coming through.
Oh, お疲れ様です、ビリケンさん。
おう、ごっついご確認捕まえてきたで。入れたってくれ。
あれ、いつもより多いんやないですか。
気にしな。あんたんとこの娘も。
What a nice guy.
大学やろ。
すみません。
What an upstanding member of the Justice Department, eh?
世話になったな。
Nijidani, you better be alive. Because I swear if he's dead. I've heard too many stories about people dying in...
奥で茶でも入れますよ。
Go make some osha. Some tea. I have some ocha. And here's old Nijidani. Oh, calm down, fellas. Only waking him up from his eternal sleep. Very funny.
ほんまに嬉しいわ。ちょうどわしも真島君に会いたい思っとったとこなんやで。
There's always one battle freak out there, isn't there?
お前が俺に何の用や。この前の殴り合いはほんまに楽しかったな。
Am I gonna have to do that again?
思い出しただけでもうっとりしてまうわ。
Mate, work on your phrasing.
警察に邪魔されて。
Wait, you called them?
つかんかったやろ。自分で呼んだんやないか。アーセンと真島君、お店では殴り合いしてくれへんねんもん。せやけど、どんなにええ喧嘩でも蹴りつけへんのはあかん。野球の試合と同じやで。途中で腕ん中止になったら、選手のエプレーも無意味になってまうやろ。
Makes a good point, I suppose.
試合は有効や。何言うてんねん。 あの喧嘩はまだ一回おいでやで。
All these bloody baseball references. Don't know a word of it, mate. Come on, start saying making some cricket references. I might actually know what you're talking about then. Throwing a few names like... What's his name? Bloody hell. Slipped his name. No, it's a business murder. Very insistent that you take that death stick and smoke it. Let the tobacco fill your lungs.
誠さらったんは白いスーツの見たこともない男や。お前の仲間やないんか。わしにそないな友達はおらんで。何やて？せやけど予想はつく。わしでも真島君でもない。 第三の勢力や。第三の勢力？一体何者や？まあ、わしは大方目星ついとるけどな。
Who indeed?
誰なんや？
Time's up, fellow.
西谷さん、これ。
ああ、そうや。酒買うてきてくれるか。せっかくの来客や。酒頼むで。
Wow, he's really got those people under his thumb, hasn't he? Imagine was quite surprised. Yes, it doesn't seem quite like a prison, doesn't it? Got the decorum of a prison, but more of the feeling or of a sort of fancy hotel suite.
安全なね。せやけど、ここはお上に守られた日本一安全なね。
Not exactly true, but I'll give it to you, Nishitani. Maybe it was different back in the 80s, but it certainly isn't these days.
こないな連中に囲まれて安全やと。拳一つでわしの玉取ろっちゅうような人間はおらん。ここやったらそないなもん持ち込めへんからな。
Fair enough, he is a good fighter, so that makes sense.
西谷。そうやな。真島君は知りたいわな。佐川のおっさんには
He's somehow related to our friends over at the company.
教えてあげようかな。けどどないしようかな。
What do you want to fight again? I'll bloody well fight you until the end of days, mate.
今度は楽しい殴り合いですまんことになるで。そんな言われると味、ごっつい期待してしまうで、真島君。
He's fun, isn't he? Ain't he a scream? And I'm not talking about the screams that come when he's generally around.
この間よりもっともっと楽しませてくれるっちゅうことやもんな。ええよな。安全なねぐらで大怪我することになんで。 楽しみや。わしは強いもんを見るとな。あそこが固なってしまうや。
Excuse me, sorry.
変わったやつやな。
I don't think he's gotten much weirder since we first met him. Oh, you seem a bit excited about this, Majima. You sure you aren't, perhaps enjoying this as well? Kick. Excuse me, I'm just going to take a bit of a sip. Oh, caught him with a back hit, did he? I'm curious what Majima's full style will be, actually. Oh. Some more of these quick time events. Oh, bastard, I forgot I was on Xbox controls. There we are. I still don't understand how this man walks on that. And batter up. Old Homare run. Homare run. There we are. Not my proudest joke, but there you go. Made a Homare run. Ow. Rude, but fair. I did stuff that one up. Let's go with these. Don't know where I got them from, but I have them. Bit rude. I took so hard to get that heat up, mate. How dare you do that? Shh. You are a real pain, mate. And I up to, mate. Nighty night. Why didn't I block? I guess I can't block. For some reason. What the dirt, you too much? Goodness, there's much dodging. You could probably dodge taxes as well. Keep flitting around like that, I'd think you were related to some sort of bloody family of butterflies. I do hate people who do this. Take that, mate. Wait, mate. That was a good finish. I barred him from dodging around a bit more. A Yakuza walks into a bar. It hurts a lot. Yes, 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 yes.
ビリケンのおっさんが言うとったように、出会いが違えば、仲になっとったかもしれへんな。
殴り合う理由を持って出会えて、最高に出会い方やで。
なんや、急にまっとうなこと言いよって。
Boys will be boys, I suppose. I think at least. I think that's what that phrase stands for.
ほな、聞かせてくれや。
なあ、真島君。
What's going on?
誠ちゃんを狙う大佐の勢力は日教連中。
日教 Consortium, eh? Fancy.
日教連
Consortium, eh? Interesting choice of words. Oh, some sort of...
あ、ほな、日教連なんて聞いたことないで。
そらそうや。
Some sort of undercover operation there. The Black Ops of the Black Ops. Underground's already underground. How much underground do you want to be? We burst through the underground and now we're into the crust. It's no longer the underground of the underground. It's the bloody magma of the underground. The steel and metal core of the underground. Ooh. Frightening. That would explain the covert bomb place. That would really explain that. And you wanted to get him first. Futatsu. Two.
俺に誠を殺すように命令出したんは島野の親父や。
島野中と登場界の島野か。
なあ。セラも島野も登場界や。ほんなら登場界ついでや。
Oh, goodness. It's almost like there's a heap of different parties involved and different thoughts about the situation.
わしの雇い主は堂島組の渋沢っちゅう若頭補佐や。
Shibusawa. And here I was wondering why he was so confident. Our wonderfully glasses-based fellow, isn't he? The one we haven't beaten up yet.
せや
Fun.
これまた登場界の直系や。世良の日教連。お前に命令下した島の組。ほんで堂島組。
Surprised a civil war hasn't broken out yet.
了解や。
Good God.
一体どういう
So less a clan and more a
なんでやろ
collection of disparate groups that seem to really want to kill each other.
か。わしには関係あらへんことやけどな。
日記連が隠れてる場所は分かっとんのか。
ちゃんと調べ上げとるで。
どこや。
知ってどないする気や。
Go and murder them all, perhaps?
誠取り返しに行くに決まっとるよ。
無理や。
あ
真島君が強いんはよう分かった。せやけど、一人でどないかなるほど甘ないで、日記俺は。
Phone is almost out of batteries. There we are. I'll charge it up a bit. Dear. Almost lost my camera just then. I forgot it doesn't charge until I turn it on.
何やと。
登場界の大門掲げてはできへん汚い仕事をこなしとる特殊部隊や。さながらアメリカの CIA、
Soviet KGB. Ah. KGB? Will we meet Vladimir Putin himself, eh? He was probably the head of the KGB at the time now. I can't remember. He probably was the head of the KGB right now. At this time. Was he? Was that in the 60s? I can't remember how old the bastard is.
せやけど、
He has been in power for quite some time, old Putin.
わしと組むっちゅうことは他にもええことがあ
The
る。
cheeky sod. Getting a bit big for his breeches, I think.
ない。
佐川のおっさんからの命令。
Kill?
誠ちゃんを殺すことやろ。でもじゃあ殺しやなくてガラを押さえて依頼主に渡すよう言われとんねん。佐川を裏切ってわしと組めばとりあえず誠ちゃんを殺すはめにはならんやろ。
悪いな。
なん
日記連の世良も誠を殺すようには見えへんかった。もし俺の目的が誠を殺さんことやったとしたら、そのままおとな
Makes
し
a
く
good point.
預けとくわ。
Good talk, this fella.
せやけど、誠は
Certainly got his head screwed on.
裏社会の食い物にされてきた。両目まで見えへんようになってな。俺は誠を殺せへんかった。ただ命があったらええってことやない。人として生かさなあかん責任や。極道の食い物にはさせへん。
Dramatic words, Majima. Certainly very protagonisty, isn't he?
お前みたいな男ともっと早く出会わんかったがほんまに残念や。
Man with a heart of gold.
なんや急に。
なんやろな。わしみたいな人間が何を
Man with a heart of gold. Certainly has enough money to have a heart of gold, I suppose.
日教連が潜んどる
The Camilla
な。
Grove.
椿園。
椿園。
Subaki.
なんや。こっち住んだって椿園も行ったことないんか。
You know, you don't tend to really feel like exploring your own prison a lot of the time.
脇あって蒼天堀の外あんまり行かれへんのよ。
椿園はな、それは歴史ある料亭街の通称や。ガイドブックに載っとるようなとこちゃう。
I think I might know the place he's referring to. Perhaps.
案内したら、ついでに一緒に暴れたる。
ええんか。俺は死んでもお前に誠は渡さへんぞ。
そんな話や、日記を俺が誠ちゃん取り返した後や。
Fair.
さあ、真島君と一緒に大暴れや。 楽しなるで。
Off we go to see the wizard.
さて、ほんなら楽しいお遊びに出かけますか。
That poor policeman has gone out to get the beer.
おい、おまるさん、出して。チェックアウトや。真島君も一緒に出るで。
Hmm.
なんや、誰もおらんのかい。しゃあないな。
Let me guess, you have keys, don't you? Oh, it's not even locked. Rightio, that's one way of solving that.
手に出るで。
Oh dear.
お茶逃げや。
And bang.
西谷。
Well, these Black Ops fellas certainly mean business.
お茶。お前。
ビリケンさんには用をしてもろたんですがね。娘が大学行きたいなんて言うもんでして、ちょっと気張らなあかんのです。
何言うとるんや。
はんたら殺したらビリケンさんからもろてた小遣いの100倍くれる言わはるんですわ。
How much bloody money do you need for a college in this country, eh?
お前買われたんか。誰にや。
Probably shouldn't have been fighting with a fellow who's already provably shot someone. Wouldn't say it's the most advisable sort of situation.
西谷。昔おっちゃんに言われた通りや。悪いことばっかりしてたら罰やたんな。なあ、おっちゃん。真島君、わしはこのアホンダラと肩つける。西谷。
Oh, we'll survive. We've survived worse, I'm sure he can too.
暴れたらええ。思いっきり楽しんだらええ。ヤクザなんぞどうせ早う死ぬんや。
Come on, fellow, shoot again.
後先考えん
Stop letting him have this dramatic, awe-inspiring conversation.
の道前に進め。
何言うとるんや。さっさとくたばらんかい。
You've not shot this much, have you? Looks like Andy is catching some Z's. Perhaps he is. Probably a good idea. This would be quite frightening. Reminds me of the story of the Russians at Orsovek in World War One. They also had a similar thing. They got gassed for 3 days. And they managed to still fight back against a Italian charge. It's very interesting. You should read about it sometimes. The March of the Dead Men. Imagine how frightening that'd be. You gas somebody for 3 days thinking they're definitely dead, and then suddenly... cheeky sods appear. Run, Majima!
お疲れ、真島ちゃん。
そうよ。
ちょっとの間、蒼天堀からお前の姿が消えたって報告があってな。心配したんだぜ。てっきり誰かに殺されて川に沈められたんじゃねえかってな。
留置場の西谷に会いに行っとったんや。
へえ。わざわざ留置所にまで足を運ぶなんて仕事熱心じゃない。
Why does this feel dangerous? There it is.
蒼天堀はお前の庭じゃねえんだよ。檻なんだよ、檻。
Oh, stop having your pride so hurt, mate.
時にはフロントに一声かかるよな。檻の中のお前が何黙って出てんだよ。
Didn't have much of a choice, frankly.
なあ。でよ、そんなに急いでどこ行くつもりだったんだ。
もちろんあんたに報告しに来とくや。
だよな。よかった。こんな場所でお前殺した。かわいそうじゃん。
Would it now? Why don't I believe that? Come on. Let's have our dramatic conversation in the dirty bathroom.
で、西谷に会ったってこと。
Now everyone's going to assume we're doing something else, sir.
牧村誠の居場所。
ああ。せやけど、誠を奪ったのは日教連のセラっちゅうやつや。
日教連。
大門は隠しとるな。東上会の直系組織。
東上会。島野の兄弟と同じ。
西谷を雇ったのも東上会や。堂島組の人間やった。
じゃあ東上会の勢力が3つも牧村誠を狙ってるってことか。
Seems so.
この情報全部留置場で西谷に吐かせたのか。
せ
西谷相手に上出来だな。
いろいろや。
で、東上会からモテモテの誠。
Please just tell him. It'll be easier if he helps us.
椿園の中の弁天やってる予定や。そこに日教連がアジト構えとるらしい。
椿園ね。日教連って連中も目の。
No time to be appreciating our enemy's taste and accommodation. Because frankly, they're not very accommodating to us. So let's burn it to the ground.
どういう意味や。
そりゃお前、牧村誠みてえな女の子が
Oh, nice.
歩いてても違和感ねえからな、椿園は。言ってみりゃわかるって。
Why does this worry me even more?
な？
犬を一人で散歩に行かせる飼い主がいるか？いねえだろ？
Well, you know, there's well some backup for once. Go to the Camilla Grove. I refuse. What time is it? It's half an hour. Let's do some digressing and side questing, everyone. I'll do that mission later. Money! Oh, shut up. Let me leave. Now. Let's head to the tiger and the... Why is that bloody bastard everywhere? Oh yes, I can do that. Bastard. Sneak in. cheeky sod. Don't want him taking all my money.
いらっしゃいませ。
Ten issue of the Shinsugumi, eh? Ah, the Shinsugumi. That's an interesting name. Fun bit of history around them. The old Edo era. What's up? Yes. Stop studying weapons and learn some secretary work, mate. Can I do some more training with you? Yeah, so just the same conversation. Rightio, and here I thought they had something for me. What was I looking for? That sword, right? The Chinese sword. The Chinese broadsword, eh? Because we need that sword for that mysterious Mr. Jigsaw fellow, if I remember correctly, down on the bottom side of the map. Interesting. Let us go then, shall we? See if I can find myself some more suspicious side quests to deal with. I haven't been down here in a while. This would be down to where the... Who is this lass? Oh, who are you? The sleazy jazz music. Looking forlornly out into the river. A parfum, eh? Don't seem to have one of those. Let me go pick up a French parfum. From Le Marche. With those bloody French people. And with their fancy bloody wording. Le Marche, my arse. Well, on a particularly hot summer's day in Australia, I'd suppose my arse is a bit of a marsh. Oh, goodness. A parfum. Ah, he's back again. Too much information. Ah, well. You've lived in a humid place, you know exactly what it's like. Some French parfum. Anything else fun happening down this area of town? It's fishing, of course. There's a little Shiba Inu. There's this fellow.
Hi.
What does he do? Runs off. Oh, and he just gives me stuff. Wonderful. Seems inconvenient, considering his location. I would just go do it myself if I wanted to do that. Goodness. Just before we continue doing something, I might need to run to the porcelain throne. Do some of my work on my toilet kingdom. Write memoirs, do a bit of paperwork. I'll be back in a moment. I'm back. Let's set the settings properly so it doesn't annoy me. It's good to be back. It was a great and arduous journey, that was. Terrible. I had to fight a troll and a demon on my way to the restroom to sit upon the rightful throne. Truly. A fight I would do again, though. The justice of my bowel movement. Ah, phone is 25%. Is it now? Wow! What a coincidence, Tiberian! My phone that I'm using as a camera is also 25%. We're dying phone battery buddies. Very fun. How was I doing? Dying phone battery buddies indeed. Mine actually is attached to a charger right now, so it'd probably be better than yours, but... I'm almost surprised I haven't run into some silly side quest or digress at this point. I'll leave him be. A park full of idiots. Abilities. Ah, yes! I can do one more. Let's do that. Charger anymore, and usually use wireless charger now. I actually use a wireless charger too. I use the wireless charger as a camera, so it can see my face. And so I use the wireless charger as the stand, as like a tripod stand. So the camera can see my face, and then I can charge at the same time, so it can stand up properly and look at me while it's still charging. So I use a wireless charger as well, and a particularly large battery, because it actually is able to output a lot more electricity than the power bricks I've got. Unfortunately, I've got a lot of old power bricks, so they don't actually put enough energy to outpace the energy consumed by the Wi-Fi camera that I use for my phone. It's quite expensive, and energy-wise, so I use quite a large portable battery. Quite a large phone-style portable battery. And I wish I could do that. It's flat, yes. I made sure to get one that could stand up, because I like sitting at the table while eating food, or I do like just not having to hold the phone. I could just poke it from a distance. It's just more convenient. And if I've got it sitting next to my bedside table when I'm going to rest, or having a nap, it's nice to have it standing up, instead of on the ground. It was a conscious choice. I got it from old JB Hi-Fi for $40 or something like that. Got a tripod for that. Fair enough. The Komeki Annihilation Art. Ooh, frightening. Yes, it's quite a convenient little thing, you know. I'm worried I'm killing the battery of this phone, though. I'm draining it so quickly and it's heating up so much when I do these streams. Well, sometimes it doesn't heat up at all. Sometimes it does. I can never understand what causes it, you know? Yep. Let's fight. They're always annoying. Finally, after 11 months of watching YouTubers on my phone. There. Oh yes, I can throw. Just got used to my hands getting sore. Oh dear. Human adaptability and oh dear goodness. The hell was that, Mr. Moonwalk? And finally! Oh, power an enemy's attack until a solid shot to their brainstem. Oh, straight to the brainstem, eh? Oh, spine, what's that? Bloody don't know. Base of the skull, don't know what that is either. Straight through the cranium and the brain, and the spine, straight into the brainstem. Oh. Press B when the enemy attacks. What does that mean? I'm using RB. Oh! I see. Interesting. Fun. What a weird and strange move. Hey, at least it doesn't knock out the fellows in one hit like it does in the movies all the time. Bit annoying that I can't escape combos. They can. Seemingly much easier than I can. Give the computer some advantage, I suppose. And down he goes. Final move learned, eh? Look at us. Masters of our craft. By the time we get back next week and Thursday, I'll have all the abilities unlocked. And I'll be ready to power through the rest of the game. Got any other cannons? To war, whenever to return, or chose a different path. Fair enough. Fair enough. Existence and non-existence, a two-sided of a coin. What a poetic phrase. Oh, he's going down to the River Styx, is he? The bed of Styx. Perhaps if we get good enough in that particular little thing, we'll actually end up meeting him. Perhaps meeting his student. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Get a fair bit of money. No harm in getting fans in the way. I'll have to go around and pick up all these too. Much harder. Michikawaii-kun, yeah. Indubitably. I don't know why I keep making saves. By the end I finish this game, I'm gonna have 6,000 saves. Let's see if I can get myself a Chinese broadsword. Oh, Club Venus. Maybe I should get our fellows at the Tiger and the Sword to mess with Club Venus while we're here. Oh, that's not what I was talking about. Yes, this conversation. I accidentally talked to the wrong person. I didn't mean to do that. Hey, give me a Chinese broadsword. Finally, I've got a recipe for one. So I can make a Chinese broadsword. See if I can make it. Really? I'm never getting this Chinese broadsword, am I? Stupid mission. Never getting this Chinese broadsword, am I? One day, that ethereal Chinese broadsword will get into my bloody hands. But it is not this day. Well, c'est la vie. See if I can't find a side quest. If not, we might start winding down. See if I can find one more side quest. Money. Nope. I'm not ready. Back off, mate. How much does this cost? Gear card. Yes. I need money, but I'm gonna keep using it like water. Because I keep forgetting that I don't have that much money. Why do you need cloth to build a broadsword? Don't you know those Chinese broadswords always have the nice cloth on the end of it? It's aesthetics. The most important part of a better weapon is aesthetics. Hey. And that and the handle, I'm sure. Or maybe something to do with the scabbard or something. Even though I'm certain this man never carries a scabbard in his life. That was a cheap store. Anything suspicious in this alleyway? This is the alleyway where we used to have her before. Now she's gone. Whatever happened to our fellow? You know, the Lee or whatever his name was. Ai Uehara. Eh? I always say their names, but I'm worried that's a bad thing. What did you spend all your money on? Upgrades and businesses to give me more fans and give me a leg up in the minigame. Ah, well. Don't worry, I'll play a lot of it when we're gone. Doesn't seem to be any side quests, does there? Side quests. Hello. Doesn't really seem to be anything. Hello, hello. How Friday. It's a business I can purchase. Oh, are you a side quest? Oh, no, well, you're sort of a side quest. I'll take it. Cocoa ice. Oh, I got 20 of them. Hello. Wow, 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 wow. No sexy jazz. Alright. Is a brand coat or scarf? Luckily, we're fairly close to La Marche. Wonderful. Run! This fellow's probably very confused. He probably thinks I have some very demanding girlfriend. Like, goodness, this man's been flying all over the place. Hope she likes the French. Because I certainly don't. I'm so mean to the French, I'm starting to realise. I wonder what the French ever did to me. Sass me for being terrible at French or something. I'm not too sure if I even remember. Oh, there she is. Take your bloody French scarf. Yeah, she's still a hostess. Very good. Very good. Someone just crying? Oh. No, I thought I heard a side quest coming on. Hello, strange girl? No. Apparently isn't anything. Well, I've wasted enough time. Suppose we're ending for the night. It's like I really. We'll run back to the tiger and the bloody dragon one more time to see if we get this. The mere existence of the French offends my sensibilities. Apparently, not all jat or ja or jat. Not Lamash, Lamash. Oh. Not Boulevardier, it's Boulevardier. Or some insanity like that. Gotta be able to use that. It's annoying because you can only use it with the person that you're focused on. I'm missing being incredibly strong. And you get down. And finish you off! I'm trying to use that really fun little, you know, counter, you know? Nighty night. Shame I couldn't use the counter. See if we can get this Chinese broadsword. The actual Chinese broadsword, not the bloody construction materials for the Chinese broadsword. I just want the broadsword. Give me the damn sword, woman. Well, I guess we're finishing up for the night. I'm done with that. Good God. A broadsword to save my life. These equipment search guys couldn't find the broadside of a barn. The broadsword side of a barn. Very funny and hilarious. And off we go. Next time you see Majima, he will be rich, famous, and incredibly good at his job. Right here. Let me jump over the screen. Oh, well, that was exciting. How did we all enjoy ourselves, eh? Have fun. Live the life. Get strangely weirded out by my offense when it my anger when it comes to the French. Thank you for the stream. I don't know. Thank you for watching, as always. It still shocks me how popular this game is. But yes, on Twitter, my next week's schedule tomorrow morning. I've already got it made up. I should have posted it tonight, actually. Or this afternoon. But yes, from tomorrow the weekly schedule will be up. It's about the same times, unless something changes. It's 2 Yakuza streams, 1 free talk stream. Look at me, trying to do new things. The free talk stream is almost inevitably going to devolve into me reading things, but I think everyone else fell asleep. It happens to the best of it. It's good they're falling asleep. It means that they are taking care of themselves. That's all this old man wants, eh? Can't have you guys keeling over from poor health. Who would watch me then? And listen to my inane ramblings? I'd be so lonely. And also it'd be very upsetting if you all died before me, considering I'm the one who's about to turn to dust in a few years. But other than that, yes, we'll be doing a free talk on Wednesday, starting about 10 AM probably. I'm not expecting to do much. I just thought I'd talk about anything. I've got a few topics I could talk about. 2 or 3 of the topics are entirely based in alcohol, so sorry about that. I apologize in advance. The other's about tea, actually. And we'll see where we go from there. Other than that, we'll be playing some more Yakuza, focusing on the story mostly, as I'll be focusing on the non-story stuff off-screen. Hopefully, in the next 2 weeks, we can finish up Yakuza 0. I'll miss it. I'm certainly running out of things to make thumbnails, you know? Goodness, the creative depths I'm having to plumb with this. The fathoms I'm going to have to go into my creativity to make a new thumbnail every time it's exorbitantly difficult, frankly. Really getting to the end of my rope with these thumbnails. But yes, it'd be nice to do a bit of a free talk. I don't know if the free talk stream will be very long, but I don't drink tea, it isn't pre-made, so I can't come up much on that. We'll see. We'll see where the conversation takes us. Just like, you know, last stream, I was talking for far too long. 30 minutes or so. I kept chatting myself into the bloody floor. But yes, that'll be the stream, and we'll see how it goes from there. I'll be doing a fair bit off stream. I'll have to talk to you about a bottle I picked up recently. It's just amazing. But I can talk about it for 30 minutes, but I'll talk about it back then. And it'll lead on to quite a few stories, that me commenting on that bottle of alcohol I picked up. I would have commented on tonight had I gone to one of the whiskey bars, because it's one of the brands in Yakuza, actually, I picked up. That would be nice, but I didn't go there, so I didn't talk about it. But yes, other than that, I keep saying but yes. I've realised I do that a lot. Now I've pointed out, you're probably going to notice. But yes. Oh, my back is not doing well these days. I had a really funny thing happen to me a couple of days ago. I was on a walk. Suddenly my whole left, and this is not, I may be old, but it's not, when I say my left arm hurts, I'm not talking about I was having a heart attack. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure my veins are fine. I'm not having any coronary attacks anytime soon. But I did have more of a nerve pain shoots down my ass, so there is real advertising in Yakuza. Yes. That's why I was surprised. You may not have noticed my surprise. You have Suntory, an actual whiskey brand, and Suntory makes Yamazaki. I believe they're the people who own Yamazaki, the Yamazaki Brewery, which makes the world-famous Yamazaki 20 and the Yamazaki 15, I think they have that, or the Yamazaki 20 and the Yamazaki 18. Can't remember what they have that, and they have that in Yakuza. You can order yourself a shot of, or a nip of, or a rocks glass full of, I can't remember how much you actually get, of Yamazaki 20. Yes, it's a very unusual advertising too, and I imagine there's the same in the what do they call themselves? The corner stores and the convenience stores likely have similar advertising. I just haven't noticed. But yes, the beers. There was Carlsberg beer. It's a brand of beer. Maltz is a brand of beer. You had Glenfiddich, another whiskey. You had Lefroy, an actual whiskey. Suntory VSOP, which is very superior something. Overproof, very superior overproof, I believe, or something like that, which is a brandy by Suntory. You have Suntory Gold, which is a rum by Suntory. So frankly, I don't seem like they know their own shit, so fair enough, I suppose. I suppose this game was supposed to be played by older. I just always associate games with younger people, and people who are underage, because I know certainly my nieces and nephews weren't playing games appropriate to their age, so I guess I have a bias in that case. I keep forgetting games are made for certain audiences, and not just everyone who's younger than me. Because everyone who's younger than you is a child when you've got hair as white as snow. And I just assume games are always going to be played by underage people, so I don't understand why they would put older people advertising in it. Certainly it's advertising that's worked well with me. The Lefroy bottle is certainly something I've been tempted. Every time I see the bottle in-game, I've been tempted to buy it in real life. So it seems to be working, at least specifically on me. Unfortunately, I can't access most of the whiskies in that menu. Glenfiddich I can, but it's a pricey whiskey. Especially that brand of variety of Glenfiddich. Yamazaki is practically impossible unless I want to sell my firstborn child. So, the beer is Carlsberg. I've had Carlsberg recently, actually. So, that's fair enough. But I didn't buy it myself. My nephew did. It was, a few months back. Before November time, maybe even October sometime. I had one with him. Surprised I don't have much rum, but I guess rum wasn't as popular back then. Whiskey was popular in the 80s then, I imagine. Huh. Interesting, isn't it? I suppose they know their audience, don't they? You make a good point, Tiberian. But we've reached the 3-hour mark, and I have nothing else to say, and I don't want to use up my conversation topics now. That'll be for the free talk on Wednesday. So if you want to hear an old man talk far too much about things that interest him and only him, please come. Maybe try and guide the conversation to something more interesting. I'm an old man, I just talk. It's up to the young'uns to make sure I talk about something that tickles their fancy. As always, yes. Good night. Well, actually, thank you for watching. And all that shenanigans. I feel like it's a bit pointless to say it now. For those who watched to the end of this stream, thank you. And if you've reached this point, please like and subscribe. I've always wanted to say that sort of thing, it's fun. But as always, good night, sweet dreams, pat pat pat. You had your bedtime story, now go to bed, you cheeky little sods. Take care of yourselves. See you next time. Bye bye.